Welcome back, citizens of Rome. This is your Emperor, the Godless Gamer, and today we're going to continue our Mare Nostrum campaign. This is episode 25. Today's episode's beginning in a somber way, in a sad way. The theme of today's episode is death, and I don't just mean the deaths of our enemies on the battlefield. Every episode is about death, if that were the case, but look, we have to get real, and we have to realize and understand that a lot of my companions are getting super old. And without trying to, like, drag on the suspense, really, we're going to lose one right at the beginning. I won't spoil who it is. I won't spoil. It's going to be hard to take, though. But we have to rip off the Band-Aid, and I need to actively start, like, just focusing on trying to create companions. Because, like one of my commenters said in the last episode, people are dying off like flies. And creating companions is pretty nuanced. Like, there are certain ways I want to do it efficiently. So I have to, kind of play the game in a certain way, not just go off and fight battles like we've been doing. Sure, I can make companions that way, but it's not as likely and it's not as efficient. So I'm gonna try to be more efficient here. But let's rip off the Band-Aid. Let's shut this music up because I don't want this annoying music playing when the moment happens. Let's be inside when it happens so my companion gets a proper funeral. So here we go. Don't get mad at me. This is what's gonna happen. Who was it? T-Nex. T-Nex died of old age. His family and friends will remember him. Indeed we will. In fact, what I'm going to try to do today is create as many companions as I can. So we need to recreate Vapor, because I failed in doing that last episode. I need to create Vapor, and now I need to create T-Nex, and I might need to create other people as well, because, like, we might lose a ton of companions today. I hope I didn't jinx it, but look, I'm just being real with you. It's gonna happen, and I just want to be prepared for it. So I'm prepared for Vapor, because Vapor is getting created out of a gallant sword sister, like I created Vapor from the first time. But now that I'm in charge of his story, there's a backstory to Vapor's future character, okay? But we'll tell the backstory when we get there. We might have to go through a few iterations of veteran sword sisters that distinguish themselves, because I want to find one that's young enough. We don't want them to be too old. I've been trying to focus on companions that are under 20 years old, so we have, like, a decent amount of time with them. So I'm going to try to get Vapor. I have the soldiers in my party to create Vapor. And then T-Nex, I'm creating out of a legionary, and I have a ton of legionaries in my party, I should specify. I have my entire army together, and there might not be a ton of legionaries distributed across my entire army. So what I might have to do here is kind of go off on my own and try to create my companions with just my own party, and that's it. So I'd be putting myself in a lot of danger, wandering into areas to get involved in battles if it's just my party wandering around. But that's kind of what I have to do to be the most efficient with creating my companions. So I have to do that today. I'm going to focus mostly on the companions. I want this to be an episode about my companions and not just about me getting conquest. But maybe by the end of this one, we'll find the time to take Cassira and then finally finish Mare Nostrum, because it's the final major settlement on the Mediterranean that we need to take. So we'll try to work that in, but I'm focusing on my companions first. So I have an easy way of getting Vapor created. Oh yeah, one of my parties lost. Okay, so T-Nex was leading a party. I have to... by the way, T-Nex, I was prepared for your death. I saved all your equipment. I have all of the equipment that you were wearing, so when I recreate you, it'll be easy. Like, it was tough to get some of this armor. I had a hard time finding some of this. Like, I can replace your horse easily. I have a ton of really good horses. Like, maybe I can give you a destrier. It depends on how good your character is, but I saved all of your equipment. So I thought you would appreciate that, T-Nex. I was thinking about you, man. So I was preparing as best I could. I'm gonna break my army up. But I'm not gonna break my army up here. Or should we keep my army together? No, see, if I have my army together, it's going to be harder for my sword sisters to distinguish themselves, because they're just going to get lost in the noise. It's just, they're going to be I have almost 30 of them, but there's no guarantee that when we get involved in a battle that they're going to be in the battle. I don't know. So that's why I have to, like, disband my army. I just don't want to do it here. So we're going to go to port, set sail. I'm going to go to Imperial territory. And I'm going to set my parties free. Then we'll come back onto the front lines, and we'll try our luck at creating Vapor, who's not going to be named Vapor anymore. It's going to be a different name. And then creating T-Nex. Let's go to Vostrum. I'll disband my army there. And plus, if I don't have my army, I can move around faster. I don't have to feed, like, thousands of men. It's just my party. So I just have to be careful when I'm wandering around and not, get pulled into a battle that's too big for me. But I don't think we will. The Asterai are pathetic. Be on your way. JCAV, be on your way. And then we don't have a party anymore because T-Nex party is gone. I should have made one of my companions the leader of that party, but it already disbanded. I missed I just forgot to do it. So we're down a party. But since I'm breaking my army up anyway, I don't need that party. I'm hoping that my wife gets pregnant again today, because it's been a while since that's happened. She still has this sad face. She's 36 now. Time is flying, man. Time is freaking flying. She's 36, so she's not going to be able to bear children for me forever. So, we're going to keep her with us. Go back out to sea. Even though my party size is much bigger than 315, I can go up to 410, but I don't need 410. If I have fewer soldiers, I can move around faster. Oh no, I have a bunch of wounded, that's why. Okay. This may seem kind of weird, but I'm going to ditch some of these Fian champions. We created Llewellyn's character. I'm also going to ditch some of these Nordscale Bresters, because I created Bjorn. Bjornsson is his name. We have the Veteran Sword Sisters for Vapor, and I have the Legionaries for T-Nex. So I'm ready to go. Oh, there's a Batanian hero. Alcerai Baria, we can get rid of them too. Oh my god, I love my Fian champions. I really do love them. But it's time for them to be on their way. Send them back to their land. Their kingdom has been conquered. I'm sure these men that have been in my army have just been watching from the sidelines as their empire and their kingdom just dissolves, and I just haven't been involved in it. So let's send them back to their homes, or whatever remains of their homes. They've served me well, and that'll speed me up too. Oh my god, my party's starving. Then my men are screaming at him. He's like, shut the hell up and feed us. I'm sorry. Look, the loss of T-Nex was just too much for me, okay? And I just lost track of everything, man. I'm sorry. To pay you back, I'm giving you everything. Just I'm giving you a buffet. So just getting rid of those extra men will make it easier. Like, the Gallant Sword Sisters won't be competing with the Fian champions, and the Legionaries won't be competing with the Scale Breasters. So I'm going for efficiency here. Wifey, come on. Come on, oh, can't we have a romantic night on the ocean together? We can... I don't know, there might not be that much room on the ship, so, like, the entire army would hear me banging my wife. So it's probably best. But please get pregnant. Like, just one more round of children, or like two more kids. Two more kids would be excellent. No, we want to go inside. And I can turn the music back on since we're not in an army. Ooh. My ginger daughter and my second son just turned 5. They're both twins, so we have to do this twice. Never tires out. Fighting mock battles, and then some more vigor. Alright, so my daughter's turning out well. I'm just gonna do the exact same thing. Never tires out. Fighting mock battles. He got intelligence, so he's the brains of the twins. She's the brawn. So I have a really good way to make Vapor. Vapor is going to be super easy. All we need to do is raid a village, and then just fight a bunch of the militia that come out to fight us. There's 80 militia and there's 80 defenders, so that's like 160 men. That's not like a small amount of men compared to what we've got. Never mind. Okay, they're not sending any resistance. It's not worth it to me unless they send resistance out. Which doesn't make any sense. It's like, it's a free village, take it. That's not the point. It's not like I need the money. Leave the villagers alone. If they fight back, that's different. If they fight back, then they deserve to die. Tell the men to help themselves. And another village of non-resistant people. It's funny. Not resisting me is saving them. Can I take this guy out? Can I catch him? Nope, he's a little too fast for me. I'm getting nervous, more and more nervous as time goes by that we're gonna lose more people. Like, my sister-in-law is getting pretty old. Both of my uncles are getting really old, so it's just... everyone's gonna start dying. I think I assigned that to the complete wrong place, but I don't care. Alright, let's see if there's any fools in Waltos. 72. That should be enough. That should be more than enough to create vapor. Because what's nice about village assaults, I like how we're just coming out of the ocean. Did we just, like, walk from the sea to conquer this? Mare Nostrum, we just came from the ocean. Llewellyn, you are under Arthur's command. Bjorn, your son is under your command. Jacob, you're not here because you're running your own party, and same with T-Nex, you're not here either. Oh, yeah, because you're dead. But yeah, Jacob, you're not here. So what's nice about village battles is that the defenders are forced to come at you. They can't hang back and make me attack them. They automatically start attacking me. So that's good. I could just have my archers stand on the front lines. We'll keep our infantry out of this. I'm going to tell them to hold their fire. I don't want them throwing a bunch of javelins. But see what I mean? Now that we thinned out most of my army of unnecessary... Oh yeah, who's this? Bjorn, I can tell, looking at all your wrinkles. But since we thinned out most of our army, a ton of legionaries make up most of my party. And we should see our veteran sword sisters. Here's a bunch of them right here. They're crossbow troops. I'm not sure why they don't have their crossbows equipped. They're on fire at will. I made sure. But see, they're distributed kind of evenly. So I'm liking our odds here of getting Vapor. And then I can tell you his backstory. Oh, we're good. I've got the best backstory ever. It's a scandalous backstory. Forward! Only the best backstory for Vapor. So one of these fine young ladies is going to be our new character, our new Vapor. I hope it's not this woman, because she has gray hair. I'm hoping that at least a couple of them distinguish themselves. That way we have our pick of the litter, and we can find one that's a decent age. So they are equipping their crossbows, so that's good.
Warriors! Soldiers are moving! All of you!
I don't have any horse archers. I told them to leave as well, I think. I don't have a horse archer formation. Alright, I can hear the crossbows going off. That's the Sword Sisters. Now, I initially wanted to create Vapor's character from an Imperial, but I got a comment last episode that was asking about when Vapor's daughter was going to be created, and that gave me an idea. So I forget who left that comment, and I don't think that's what you intended. But I initially wanted to create Vapor from a male character from one of my legionaries. Ooh, nice shot. But I changed my mind. Alright, we have some Sword Sisters right here. I'm gonna let them get into combat. Melee kills count. They don't have to be range kills. Ooh, she just got a kill. I like how I'm just standing on the sidelines watching and kind of rooting for certain soldiers. Oh, there's a Sword Sister. I mean, they're competing with the Palatine Guard, but this is probably about as good as it's gonna get, like, unless I disband all my Palatine Guard, and I'm not doing that. That would be the stupidest thing ever. I only disbanded, like, superfluous troops. Come on, Sword Sisters. 15 kills out of the 22 Sword Sisters. 15 kills. Abrax getting a kill. Nope. Nope, but I don't regret my attempt. I don't regret my attempt at all. I do it again, and I'm going to do it again. I wasn't doing this for the loot or the money or the, like, any of this. Like, I'll just end the raid. I'm just here to, like, I'm just here on a, just trying to kill villagers. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to take their stuff or anything. I'm just trying to kill villagers. If I can catch a lord, I'll try. Ooh.
It's been a while.
Ooh. Ooh, this might be even better. This is actually an official army. Alright. It's a nighttime battle, but that's okay. See, this is more like it. If I can do these, then I'll do these, but I'll still try to do the, ooh, nice battlefields. I don't know why, but I just thought of Warhammer. I don't know. One of my favorite factions in Warhammer are the Tomb Kings, so when I looked out into the desert, I just immediately thought Tomb Kings, and I'm expecting, like, floating pyramids in the background. Cetra the Imperishable. He's my favorite legendary lord. Yeah, so we'll focus on the archers again. We might have to get our infantry involved. And maybe we can get a T-Nex out of this. But I'm going to tell my infantry to hold their fire. I don't want them throwing their javelins, because a large portion of my infantry are the Nautes, and we don't want them stealing kills with their javelins. So still a decent amount. You can definitely tell Sword Sisters from the rest. I like this battlefield. I wish it was a more serious battle, because I definitely set up on these ridges. I'm gonna do that constantly. You'll have to forgive me. And while we wait for the battle to kind of just get going here, I wanted to say thank you to JCav, because you responded in my last episode, and I updated all your information, so you're up to date now, so I just wanted to say thank you. And I hope you appreciated the fact that you made a cameo in my thumbnail for last episode. I wasn't trying to do that, it's just that I was trying to get thumbnail shots, action scenes, and, like, with a battle happening, and you just happened to be standing in the right spot, and I liked the shot of you, JCav, so I hope you liked your thumbnail.
Forward!
You just looked really cool in your Roman-themed helmet, standing in the line with the rest of the soldiers. We gotta get moving. No, I want to have the pleasure of killing that fool. Stay back. I must have the pleasure of doing this. Now let's try to decapitate him. I want to take his head. Nope, I didn't get his head. I took his arm off. I need to resist the urge to get kills myself because we want the soldiers to do it. It's a cool battlefield, though. I like it. Nice and open. Asteroid territory. I want to attract the cavalry to me. Hold them into my archers. Let them get some kills. Alright, Sword Sisters. Do your thing. I hear a lot of crossbows. The crossbow sounds are very distinctive. So I like that sound. 2 kills out of the... no, 3 kills out of the 24 Sword Sisters. Alright. Cavalry, don't get involved. This is not your battle. Sometimes it's more fun to take more of a command role in a battle as opposed to just like running around trying to get a bunch of kills. Like, let the army do it. Like, let the men do it. It's what they're trained to do. I'm very tempted to allow the archers to get into a melee. If they thin them out enough. Alright, how about my cavalry? You guys keep yourself... No. If I tell my cavalry to do anything, once they're done doing that, they'll do their own thing, and I don't want them getting any kills. Alright, Sword Sisters, come on, stick together. Work as a team. Girl power. Come on, you can do it. You can do it, lady. You can do it. Kill him. Kill him. Come on, they hover away from the soldiers. Damn it. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, I think she got one. Ooh, this guy just got rocked. It's just like how I'm sitting on the sidelines rooting for people. Yes. Yes, only one of them, though. Only one. So she... Ooh, 7 kills. She has to be under 30 years old. She has to be under 30. I'm nervous, but let's do it. Vapor 2.0? Question mark? Etcha the Scarlet. You better be young. Train for combat. And then I think I want to throw some skill points into stewardship. Because I think I want Vapor to be in control of his own party, because the parties are starting to... The parties are starting to thin out. I'm losing party leaders. What the hell? Why am I selecting another skill? I selected athletics and stewardship. Why am I getting a third one? I thought there was only 2. I won't ask questions. Let's just do it. There might be something that I'm missing here, but let's do leadership. No, she got leadership too. 3 rounds of skill? I thought you only got 2. Alright.
Enough.
Please.
You win today.
I'm gonna let them go.
Enough. You.
I might have to start recruiting Aserai vassals. Since I don't have a lot of companions that are Aserai, I might have to, you know, send some messages to Aserai just to convince them to join my faction so I can rid myself of some of the castles that I'm starting to accumulate. But that can wait. I don't need to do that now. But as I'm fighting these battles, I'm going to be trying to release them. We'll take all these prisoners, though. Unless I'm not close by to a city. I'm near Sanala. This might be something that I can give to my wife. Nope. Let's check her out. She's got freckles. She looks young. I don't see a lot of wrinkles on her, so that's a good sign. But I like her freckles. She's got brown eyes. I'm not 100% sure if she's already Imperial, because I still don't know if Gallant Sword Sisters... I don't know what culture they're from. But Vapor was Imperial, so I'm hoping she's Imperial too. That'll be perfect. She might... We could start equipping her right now. Oh, we want to check her... No, this is Aserai gear. We don't want to give her that. Never mind. Whoops. Sorry, we got to see you in the nutty. I'll give you boots right now, but we have to see how old she is before I decide to keep her or not. I'll assign all their skill points, but first we have to check the age. I said 30 was the cutoff, but considering how easy that was, we can do it again. That's not Vapor. Another imposter. I did like her freckles, though, but she's a little too old. I need somebody in their mid-20s. I got Björn's son at 24, and I got Llewellyn's son at like 26, 27. We need to talk to her. I know I gave her the boots, whatever, she can keep them. It was a parting gift. Your skills are not what I need. No problem. I'll just keep knocking villages. That's more like it, 111? That's a target-rich environment. Let's do it. I won't be able to do this if I do these auto-resolve. Like, these are battles that I would typically just, like, auto-resolve. We're just fighting villagers. But we have a goal here. Okay, so infantry turned off fire at will. Here's Llewellyn. Llewellyn under the command of Arthur. It's interesting how things have changed. Alright, ladies, I want you to impress me. That last woman was an imposter and she was executed. I'm just telling them that. Wow, they seem to all want to... They're all on this side of the formation. It's target practice. Whoever gets the best score in target practice wins and gets to become the next Vapor. Potentially. Come on, come on, come on. After we're done creating Vapor, T-Nex, you're next. It should be just as straightforward to create you, T-Nex, so I'm not worried about it. It shouldn't take us long. I'll allow myself 1 kill. I like how he died in like a sitting position. One 23 kills amongst all the Sword Sisters. I'm liking it. Now, I promise, I wish we could create our companions in, like, under more epic circumstances. But it would be more of a gamble. Like, if I have my entire army together, they'll just be competing against too many soldiers. So this is honestly the smartest way. It really is. Wow. For real? Well, the Palatine Guard got 65 kills. They only got 25. But really? One of those Sword Sisters didn't... Wow, that's crazy, really? I find that hard to believe. It's like the men in my army. It's like, what are you doing? You're leaving all the loot and stuff behind. Trust me, I'm paying you well. Men, I'm paying you. See, so you don't get to plunder the villagers, and you don't get to, you know... These battles are just for pride, for prestige. That's going in the wrong direction. We've already tried those villages. Let's come over here, I guess. Desert bandits, they don't gather in large enough parties to make it worthwhile. There's 100. Or what I could do is I could raid a hideout and just only bring Sword Sisters with me. That's another thing we could do. There is a hideout. If it doesn't work in this... I think it is going to work. I think we're going to get lucky this time. But if it doesn't work, we could always use hideouts in that way, in that kind of way. And just only bring Sword Sisters with us to raid the hideout. And that's another way to do it. Maybe I could try that when we create ExtenderEx. That way I can just bring legionaries. This is a really nice village. Even though we've been fighting the Aserai constantly, I do like their realm. I do enjoy their realm.
Soldiers, move! Hear me!
Just to minimize the amount of time that we spend waiting.
Forward!
Just move our men up a little bit. Move our ladies up a bit. Just judging them, which is the most beautiful woman. Only the best for Vapor. They just all look the same. I would just be judging by hairstyles. I like this one. I like her hairstyle. Alright, I'm in their way. Arthur, this is a chance for you to do some stuff. And Llewellyn. So my archer companions, this is a good training session for you. I probably should do things like this more often. Just to train up my companions. Wow, I'm getting skill points just standing here. My tactical abilities just improved because I'm standing next to Arthur. Ouch. That was a headshot. Alright, ladies, you're in the front lines. You're gonna get pulled into a melee. 19, 22, 23, 24. 25, 26. Come on, baby. You can do it, Vapor. Alright, 29. Looking better than last time.
Soldiers, Leave not a one breathing.
Leave not a one breathing. So many Palatine Guard. There she is. Only one of them. She got 5 kills. She got the most amount. Urisif the Hunter. Now, are we going to get 3 rounds with this lady? So this is the first round. Athletics. Second round. Stewardship. See? Only 2 rounds for that woman. What? That's really weird. I'm not understanding why that is. Does it depend on how many kills that she got? She has my wife's hairstyle. She's got freckles too. She's got blue eyes. But she better be under 30. Let's see. Yeah, screw the prisoners. Moment of truth. Drum roll. Get the hell out. I could do better than that, too. So it's like these women are trying so hard to distinguish themselves, and when they finally do, they just end up getting kicked out on the street. It's so funny. You know, I have to be aware that every time I dismiss one of those sword sisters, I'm losing a sword sister from my army, so I'm gonna have to replenish them. Let's hope that we don't have to do this for too much longer, because I don't want to have to keep replenishing them. They're hard to find. I mean, I could just cheat to get them. I would really like to fight just a regular... Oh, you know, let's try the hideout method. Let's try the hideout. I've been focusing on Vapor this whole time. Let's try to create T-Nex now. And there's another hideout over there that we can try. So, I'll go... See, this is easiest for T-Nex, because T-Nex is being made from a melee-focused soldier, and the melee-focused soldiers are okay in hideout attacks. Like, if I were to bring the veteran Sword Sisters, they're primarily a ranged unit, so it would be harder for them. It's still doable, but it's easier for T-Nex, which is why I'm trying first with him. So my chosen crew is just the 15 of the best legionaries in my entire party. And one of them is the new T-Nex. T-Nex, I hope you have like a cool goatee when your character comes along. Charge. What are you doing? Watch, that's gonna end up being T-Nex. The guy that goes in the opposite direction. I think this is a new hideout that I've never seen. Or I might have seen it before. Never mind, I take that back. Is there any music during this? I mean, the music's on. No, leave me alone. It's just a lot of clanging armor. Alright, these are good circumstances for us to create a companion. We're not just killing villagers, we're ridding the land of bandits, even though this is Asurine land. I'm doing them a favor. But let's pretend like it's going to be my land, so we're just preemptively clearing my land. Clearing my land of the riffraff, because the Asurine refused to do it themselves. They're using slings. I don't think I've ever used a sling. The rate of fire just sucks. Go ahead.
Come on!
Give me your best shot. And then when we fight the leader, we'll just tell our soldiers to attack so they can kill the rest of these guys. So maybe, T-Nex, maybe you're in there. You gotta be in there. You better be in there. I don't fight duels with brigands. I leave that to my men. Oh, we lost somebody. Yep, we got two of them. We're doing both of them. We're doing both of them just to see. Joron the Blade and Olikar the Butcher. Train for combat. T-Nex, you want to be a leader. Your son's gonna take a leadership role because that's what your first character was. So I'll give you some athletics just for combat stuff, and then I'll give you leadership. Leadership is also useful for when you become your own vassal and I vassalize you. So leadership is good for that. And then this is the second guy, so athletics. Watch, you're going to be the youngest of all, T-Nex. You're going to be the youngest of all of my companions that I've ever created. You're going to find somebody who's like 20 or 21. Who's still got rosy cheeks. 28. I like his goatee. 25. And of course the younger guy doesn't have of course the younger guy doesn't have a goatee, but that's fine. Joron the Blade, that's not your name. Don't lie to us. That's not your name. Alright, Olikar the Butcher. You can't perform this action when you're in a map event. Alright. Ooh, this might be a good spear for my wife. Nope, she already has it. I'm just checking it because I'm gonna miss the prompt on the screen when she gets pregnant. I know I'm gonna miss it. So I just want to occasionally check my wife's status and see if she's pregnant. Because we're running out of time. So now I should be able to dismiss... We want to dismiss Olikar the Butcher. Or Olikar the Butcher. And you know what's cool? It's like, T-Nex, I didn't have to save your armor. Legionaries are just so badass that they just come to you with, like, really good armor already. They're already really well equipped. Your Highness? Oh, you don't have to call me that anymore. Because I no longer have need of your services. I wish you could just turn them back into a generic legionary and just he becomes a nameless, faceless nobody again. He just fades back into the army as a nobody. Your skills are not what I need. I think that's just the kindest way to break it to them. So here we go. You don't have a goatee, but you're 25. Nice and young. T-Nex, nice and easy. Let's give you your equipment back. You're the one person that was lucky enough for me to save their equipment, and I didn't have to jump through hoops. Give you your banner back. Was that the sword that I gave you? The handling is worse, but it's a little bit longer. I don't know, it just kind of looks cool. I kind of want that sword. It is longer. Alright, I'm trading swords with you. T-Nex. You're getting my legendary Spatha, so don't complain. You're dropping your mace. You're dropping these rusty pila. You're dropping that rusty shield. You're getting your new reinforced shields. You're getting your new javelins. And you're getting your new gloves. Your new shoulder protection. Or your old shoulder protection. Your old gloves. And then your spear. So there you go, T-Nex. Didn't have to work really hard. I think I do want to find you imperial-themed, like, boots, but you have imperial-themed gauntlets, even though they don't really go with your armor. But I'll keep my eyes peeled for that. But this was your armor set, if I'm not mistaken. And you're going to be in my party for a while now, T-Nex. I'm not going to send you off to create your own party yet. And there might not even be a point to giving you your own party, because when I vassalize you, you're going to become your own party. So there's no point in giving your own party, because you're going to create your own party anyway when you get vassalized. So let's just enjoy your presence in my party while you're here. Is there anything I forgot to give you? Ooh. Oh, maybe these are the things that you came with. These are slightly better, but these are the imperial-themed ones. Alright, that's you for now, T-Nex. So you're all taken care of. Now we need to get back to Vapor. T-Nex, what kind of roles do I have available in my party, if I have any? My wife is my current quartermaster. Once Bjorn dies, I will have room for a scout, if you want to be my scout. Or I could always just put Bjorn's son as my scout. But I have available positions for you eventually. Nope, no resistance here. 111? Alright. I'm sure some of you might find this boring, but I'm actually having a lot of fun. Like, even though we're just murdering... It's just cool, because it's just me and my party now, and we're not just wandering around with a huge army constantly, and we... You know, it's different. We're mixing things up, and we're accomplishing things. We're fighting the Aserai, we're doing damage to them, you know... We're still affecting the war, we're just not fighting huge conquest battles. And I promise we'll get back to that as soon as we create Vapor, or Vapor 2.0. So, T-Nex, you're under Bjorn's command, because you're in the, I haven't given you a horse yet. You came to me with only 20 riding, so I need to give you some riding before I can, improve that. Or before I can give you a good horse. Alright, please. Vapor, you're being stingy, man. Come on. I like her haircut. She's got a pretty haircut with the... like, the circle bun in the back. I like that. Trying to give him a pep talk in my very laconic manner, where I just don't say that much. You seem to have luck, and I like how Arthur is sitting on his horse, even though he's the leader of my archer formation. Alright, we took some losses. Things aren't looking good. Veteran Sword Sisters, 15, 6 kills, or 7 kills amongst 15 of them. 4 of them got wounded and 1 of them died. Alright, so there's 8 kills. Come on, girls. Come on, ladies. Please. I'm gonna head over to that hideout, and we'll try again with the hideout. We'll do it that time. We had so much luck doing it that way. But clearing out hideouts is helping the Aserai, and I want to help the Aserai. Just watch Arthur, see what he does. Nope. This isn't good because I'm starting to... 2 Sword Sisters died, so... Okay, before too many of them die, let's just do it with the hideout method. Let's just do the hideout method before I start running out of too many of them. I thought I'd try my hand at doing it the villager way. The villager way is a little bit more fun, in my opinion. Look at T-Nex with his big smile. T-Nex. You've got a jaw that kind of reminds me of a J-Cav. J-Cav had a huge jaw. So, you've got a big nose too, man. It's not a big nose, it's a Roman nose. It's a prominent Roman nose. Alright, let's get over to that hideout. So we'll assault the hideout, and we'll see how these Sword Sisters fare. They should do okay. They're not legionaries, but they should still do okay. Alright, ladies. Alright, let's scope them out. She's got weird eyes. She's kind of got bug eyes. Her eyes are too close together. Alright, at least they all don't look alike. I like her hairstyle. She looks kind of wild. She looks sad. She looks old. Alright, let's not judge the women. Let's send them in. It's my Sword Sisters. So, let's check out my sword. It's a beefy sword. I like it. Sorry, I was trying to zoom in, but you can't. My mouse wheel switches my weapons. I like it. It's cool. This guy died on his seat. He's just like he was just trying to eat his dinner. He's just trying to eat his watermelon, his fried chicken. Or no, his grilled chicken? Rotisserie chicken. That looks like a rotisserie chicken. My ladies, they don't need me. I could just take in the sights. And then I can finally reveal Vapor's backstory. Scandalous backstory. It's Publius's angels. How they doing? Whoops. None of them died, and they've gotten 8 kills so far, so... It's like these guys don't know how to feel. It's like they're just standing there taking it. They were just stunned. They just could not believe what their eyes were seeing. It's just a bunch of women, like attractive women, coming at them. And they said they didn't want to fight back, but then it was too late. See, that's the trap. Hey, this is a cool like thing. I like it. I don't fight duels with brigands. I let my ladies do that. Alright, a couple of them got downed. One of them died. But 21 kills amongst 12 of them? And they failed. Are you kidding me? Vapor. Are you gonna fight me the whole time? Are you gonna fight me this whole time? I don't know. That was the closest hideout. Oh, there's another one. Oh my goodness. It really is. It still remains the best way to do this. Unbelievable. Maybe they need me to, like, take some shots for them. Like, they're no legionaries. They're not as well armored as legionaries are. So it's gonna be tougher. Just can't believe how hard I have to try in order to to create vapor. You're stubborn. Vapor's stubborn as hell. Ooh. Maybe I can catch this person? No, 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 no. We're starting to run low on sword sisters, and getting involved in a battle is just probably gonna get more of them killed unnecessarily. We'll just keep doing the Aserai favors and clearing out these hideouts. Couldn't one of these hideouts be like the cave from Aladdin, where it's just like treasure and everything? Oh yeah, here's the oh, man, that picture. I keep wanting to talk about that loading screen picture, but it went by too fast. All right, ladies, let's try this again. I'll travel with them this time, and I'll try to like aggro the guys to attacking me while the ladies get the kills. Easier said than done, but... Look at this guy, he's like backing into a corner. Nowhere to go, my friend. Nowhere to go. At least this episode has taken us out of our normal, like our normal formula. We're doing something different. I like that I'm focusing on my characters today, my companions. This is a companion-focused episode. I don't like... These are the top-tier troops of the Sword Sister line. They don't wear helmets. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Why would you not wear a helmet? They just want to show off. They want to look beautiful, and they want to show off their faces. So they don't want to wear helmets that covers up their beauty. Why bother reloading your sling, bro? Why would you just... You could have used that time to run. Alright, 18 deaths and only... 18 kills and only one of my sword sisters died. This is the part where a few of them might die, but this time I'm actually gonna get involved. I'm gonna just try to aggro. Come on. Go after me. Go after me. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. There we go. Go after me. I am the one you want. Yes! 2 of them. Tinab the Miller... What? Did that say Tinab the Miller's son? What the hell was that? Is that their name? This is Vapor. I want leadership. Or no, I want... Vapor, I want road horses. I'm gonna give you riding skill. And then this is the second character, so athletics, riding.
Yeah, victory!
Yeah, victory.
Victory is ours!
Well done, ladies. $33. Nope. 27. Bingo. Bingo. Founder, 27. Vapor 2.0. Okay, let's dismiss Tinab the Miller's son. That is what it said. Is this actually a man? Maybe it's just something weird with how the game names characters, but this is clearly a woman. I mean, I don't know what's going on underneath. I don't know. But it says Tinab the Miller's son. Isn't Tinab a male's name? But whatever. We're not. She's not going to be with us long enough to find out. I don't think I want to find out. It's not our business. Dibana the Scarlet is the one we're keeping. About your position in the clan. Get the hell out. You're not the real Vapor. This is the real Vapor. So, isn't this Vlantian-themed armor? Does that mean she's Vlantian? No, she's Imperial. So I guess that does answer the question. I guess gallant sword sisters or veteran sword sisters are Imperial. I didn't know that. I didn't know what culture the sword sisters came from, but I guess we know now, so they're Imperial. So there we go. We've recreated four of the characters that have died so far. We recreated Bjorn's son. This is Llewellyn's son. This is T-Nex's son. And then finally, we can reveal the backstory of not Dibana the Scarlet. That's not her name. Still haven't heard from Vapor, so I'm going to continue to take ownership of Vapor's story. So the story with Dibana the Scarlet is that she immediately decided, that's not my name. My name is Misty. It's Misty because her mom was Vapor, so she's Misty. If I had gone with the male, I would have gone with like some other synonym of Vapor. There aren't that many synonyms for the word Vapor. There's gas, there's smoke, there's mist. So I'm going with Mist for her, but it's going to be Misty, so a play on it. I can't think of any other synonym, because I want to stick with Vapor's name. It's Vapor, so I just wanted to stick with that theme. So Misty is going to be, since it's a female, but if it had been a male, I probably would have gone with something like, I probably would have gone with Smoke, but I would have like spelled it something like this, just to make it kind of seem like it's a first name and not just Smoke. But yeah, it's not Smoke, it doesn't matter, all of that is moot, because we have a female here, and her name is Misty. So it's not Vapor. Her mom was Vapor. She's Misty. And she has the backstory of, where did she come from? She didn't just come out of nowhere. Apparently, 27 years ago, my dad and Vapor banged at some point. So they must have been celebrating after a battle, or maybe we had just won one of our many wars against the Aserai, and we were just celebrating a little too hard. One thing led to another, and my dad and Vapor just banged off screen. We didn't see it happen. Vapor got pregnant at some point, and we didn't notice it. She was able to hide her pregnancy. But now, this woman that has distinguished herself has come to our attention. And not only has she distinguished herself, but she claims that she's the bastard child of my dad and her mom. I mean, because Vapor was one of the very few female characters in my party at the time. And I mean, I guess it would make sense, you know. My dad respected Vapor very much. She was a member of my bodyguard, you know. Things, it's not hard to believe that, you know, one thing led to another. Like, I would really like to know what my dad was doing 27 years ago. I wish I knew. But I'm not going to go through my episodes to try to find out what was happening at this moment. But let's just pretend that we had won a battle, or we had just won a war against the Aserai, one of our many wars, and we were celebrating. Maybe that's why she has green eyes just like I do. So that's just kind of something that I'm noticing right now. She has green eyes just like I do. See? So it's fitting that we share a father. It's fitting that we share ancestry. So that's more evidence in this woman's favor that we're related somehow. She's also Imperial, so that connection is there as well. So that's the backstory of Misty here. My dad and Vapor's mom, or Vapor, they banged. So I have a half-sister. She's my half-sister. So Vapor, even though it wasn't... Oh, and then one of my uncles just died unceremoniously right there. Hold on. He was leading a party. See what I mean? My parties are starting to die off. People are dying. Is there anybody that I could just put in command of this party just temporarily? The party is currently sailing, but if I wanted to, I could maybe have my sister lead the party. She's currently governing a settlement that I don't necessarily need her governing. Both of my sisters-in-law are gray, and they're probably going to die soon, so I'm going to lose a ton of parties when this happens, when they all start dying off. Alright, I can't decide now because the target party is sailing. I think I'm going to have my sister stop governing, but I mean, it's too late. The party will disband a ton by the time they're not sailing anymore. I need to check on Bjorn just to make sure he's still alive. He is. Everyone's still alive. So all of my old guard are basically dead. Arthur, don't take this the wrong way. You're part of the old guard now, but you weren't part of the previous old guard. All of my old guard are dead. Abrax, you're still in the young guard. But now you're the old guard compared to the young guard. You know what I mean. You're the old young guard, and you're the new old guard. Sorry. Yeah, hopefully that made sense to you, but it does. It does make sense. I didn't say that incorrectly. Alright, let's head back. We've created our companions. We can start focusing on actually fighting the war now. And since we're not too far away from Razi, let's go take it out. I'm going to take out this hideout too, but I'm not going to do it manually. We're just going to take it out, because it is close to my land, and all the bandits that this hideout produces affects my region. How much time are we looking at? Alright, I'm okay on OBS. Still have some time. I know a huge chunk of this episode has been dedicated to making my companions, but I told you that that was going to be the case at the beginning. So I'm just going to send my troops in to clear it. We're going to disband all the other veteran sword sisters, and we're going to start recruiting legionaries and imperial soldiers back into my party. So yeah, I'm just going to disband the rest of these ladies. I'm sure the men in my army are like, "Aw, come on, man, let them stay." It's like, my army is a sausage fest. But I'm sorry. It's time to let them go. It's time to get back to focusing on warfare and not staring at the ladies. Had enough of that. We have a new lady that you can all stare at. You can stare at Misty. I was gonna call her my bastard, but she's not a bastard anymore because Mom and Dad are dead, so technically she's an orphan. Technically she is a bastard, but she's been legitimized in a way. Oh yeah, I forgot to do the skills. I'll do that as soon as we get into the city, I promise. T-Nex and Misty. Now Vapor, it's too late. You missed your opportunity to get involved in the story, but you can continue the story from here on, but you have to work with Misty. That's it. She's... You have to work with it. And it's your fault for not, it's your fault for me not hearing from you in a while. Oh, so there was 2 gallant sword sisters that we could recruit. So they're out there in the world, they're just pretty hard to find. $58 grand after all of that, that nonsense. At least I saved up a bunch of influence, so we have a bunch of influence that we can throw around. And we just hit 10 million exactly. Let's go scout out Kasira. We have to get that conquest. So let this episode... Not only did we create our new companions, and we've replaced most of our companions, minus Tyler and Ari, but I haven't heard from them. But we've replaced all of the other companions. We can also celebrate by finishing Mare Nostrum and getting Kasira. Let's try to do it. Hopefully all these parties have a decent amount of troops in there. Now, now that we lost my uncle's party, we have fewer parties to call on. But I'm just going to call in everybody. How are we going to get there? Let's get over to Sanala first, and then we'll attack Kasira coming this way. Because this is where most of my parties are. So say goodbye to the nice music that we've been enjoying. We have to turn this down, because now we're gathering an army together. Everyone. We will need everyone to take the city, I'm willing to bet. The Aserai won't make it easy for us. Oh, Jacob, your party's being attacked. And you were just taken out. Maybe all with... Maybe... Oh... And you lost all your ships, so I have to give you new ships. It makes it very unattractive to give people parties. I thought maybe Alwith would have come to your rescue, but she didn't. So that's one less party that I'm going to get to enjoy, which kind of sucks. I'm sorry, JCap, but that's what happened. And I still did... Okay, I'm doing this now. I should be done now. You should be back with me. I'm done. I assigned all the skill points for TNX and for Misty here. I apologize that I just kind of did that out of the blue, but I forgot to do it twice, so I just decided to just get it out of the way. So I'm all done. I assigned everybody's skill points. I leaned a little bit more heavily into leadership and stewardship skills for Vapor, because I might end up having Vapor run their own party eventually. And then I also gave them the combat skills as well. I need to give Vapor a helmet as soon as I get one. Oh, no, and then TNX. I kind of did the same for you. Helped you out with leadership and stewardship skills, which will be good for you when you eventually become one of my vassals. So leadership and stewardship I got for you, and then typical combat skills. So I hope you don't mind. I used my best judgment with the perks. So I'm done. Kasira. 1,000 defenders. Wow. Trade agreement with the Southern Empire. How many times do I have to do this? So we're still waiting for a ton of armies to join us, but like once my entire army is gathered together, what is that, like 1,300, 1,400, 1,500, something like that? Men? How about before we get involved in the battle, we're still waiting for 2 more parties, so yeah, like 1,300, something like that? I'm gonna go back to Imperial. We have plenty of time. We have plenty of time. Let's get back to Imperial territory and just do a little bit more recruiting, because now that I know how many defenders are defending Kasira, I don't want to fail this. Like, I'm most likely gonna end the episode on this battle with the siege, the final battle to complete like Mare Nostrum with all the major settlements. The Southern Empire and Roman Empire alliance is dissolved. Whatever. But I need to take this final battle seriously, so I need to make sure I'm being responsible. Jacob, have you returned? You're still a prisoner. Bjorn, I'm gonna give you your own party just as it's like the worst time because you're like 85 years old. But I'm gonna give you your own party. You were serving as my scout. I'll have your son be my scout now. I can fill that role easily. But I need extra parties right now. And then JCav, if you're... No, you're not with us. I'm trying to think who's gonna lead my infantry formation. I guess your son. You don't have enough men in... well, at least you can get a party together of, like, a decent size. What was it, like, at least 100 something? That's fine. You have to recruit on your own, but at least we're in a decent place for you to recruit on your own, because I'm doing recruiting myself. I'm just going to take some time. I'll probably edit it out. An early thaw and warm spring has ensured a bumper crop, which the prayers of the villagers and the efforts of the local cats have protected from rats and birds. Such bounties occur rarely. What will you do? Feast. Thank heaven and the spirits of the land and make merry. See, this might be one of those events where my dad and Vapor, maybe one of these times we did a dilemma where we did something like that, and maybe that was one of those times. Alright, Bjorn, please don't get captured after I just created your party. That would be so embarrassing. You should be rejoining me now. Quite a bit of time has gone by for me, but oops. You know, you don't want to see my naked body. Quite a bit of time has gone by for me, but notice how big my army is now. I just went up and down this way. I think I went up to, like, Poros and just hit a bunch of these villages. So now we're much stronger. Bjorn is currently fighting an enemy. He was previously large enough to call in. Hopefully he wins that battle. Where are you, Bjorn? Where are you? You're over here, I think? Yeah. Oh, yeah, look at that. My sister, who I also gave control of a party, is backing you up, Bjorn. So my sister, who was governing Xionica, is no longer the governor. She's running her own party, since I'm starting to run low on parties. But there you go, you won your battle, so I'm calling you in, Bjorn, and with your numbers joining us, 91, you're probably bringing a bunch of raw recruits, I admit. But that's like 1,600 men. We can take whatever the city is, and I still have plenty of room in my own party for soldiers. But I think we've waited long enough. 1,600 men is plenty. Now that you're running your own party, Bjorn, you're being exposed to new skills that you've never touched. So you're learning new things. Old dogs can learn new tricks. Very old dogs can learn new tricks. So I might not be able to call on my sister's party, but Bjorn, let's hope that you don't get captured out at sea, because there are a bunch of Corsairs out. Hope you don't get... oh, no, maybe you won't... you might not be able to get to me, because your party doesn't have any ships. Same with my sister. Crap. Okay, this is going to be another part that I have to trim out. Alright, forgive me. I'm just going to get... I'm going to get you over here, Bjorn. How about we just cast up... we land at Poros. Yeah, you have no way of getting to me. You have no way, unless you were to come all the way around here. It gives me more time to recruit, I guess. I'll look at it that way. I'm sorry, guys. We're building up to a huge battle, I promise. Sylvia still has... and she won't be able to get to me, so I don't need my sister. I don't need her. We'll be fine with Bjorn. We'll be absolutely fine. Alright. Let's see what kind of men you've mustered up, Bjorn. 60 recruits, 17 archers, 27 imperial infantrymen. So yeah, it's mostly raw recruits, but... it's better than nothing. So less than 1,000 now, so we're over-prepared for this. But that's good. It's better to be over-prepared than under-prepared. It's time to finish Mare Nostrum without further... well, not finish it. Like, you know what I mean. Just the major settlements. It's just the major settlements. We've encompassed the entire Mediterranean Sea with our empire. The entire empire. The rest of these are just... outliers. Holdouts. non-port settlements, but I would still consider Medeni Castle part of Mare Nostrum. You know what I mean. But the final city. Another opportunity. I gotta check to see if JCAV got free, because the second you're free, I'm gonna call you to my party, I think. Nope, you're still a prisoner, JCAV. You're in Medeni Castle. Even if I wanted to come over there and free you, you'd probably escape by the time I started a siege and successfully took the castle. So I trust you, JCAV. You'll get yourself free. I trust you. Alright, so without further ado, let's start the siege. Let's do this epic siege battle. Hopefully it's not too hard and we don't lose too many soldiers. And then maybe we can consider maybe getting a peace treaty with the Aserai just temporarily after we take this. I don't know. The world is our oyster after we take this. So, oh. This is not a pretend siege. I actually need to build things. Alright, finally. This was a much trickier battle. This was a much trickier siege because there's so many defenders. They were able to keep up with building the defensive siege weapons. So this one took me a little bit. There was an army that came around. It was only like 100, it was like 200 men, an army. They came, look at us, said, screw that, and then walked off this way. And then I never saw them again. So there was an army that was gathering together, but they didn't come to defend this. But it does exist. It went off this way. Maybe it's gathering together and they're going to go try to take one of my settlements over here. I don't know, but that's neither here nor there. This is an afternoon battle, so hopefully we have some good lighting conditions. And I'm fairly confident this is a victory. This is not going to be a Pyrrhic victory like our last siege battle was. Taking the last city with Razi was like a Pyrrhic victory. And hopefully we get a new city. We get a new looking city. Please, it looks cool. Ooh. Very nice. I like it. I like the walls. I like whatever this is. It's like, because if you break through this wall, there's nothing on the other side of the wall except another wall. So it's just another layer of defense, like a concentric wall. I like that. It's a cool design choice. The wall has some bastions, so I like the flavor. It's got some bastions and stuff. I like it. I like how the castle looks. I like the keep. I do like Aserai keeps. It's like very Tower of London-esque. Or the White Tower, I should call it. The White Tower. Isn't that what it's called? And whatever. The castle with many names. Whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm referencing. I think the Tower of London references the entire castle, and then the White Tower is just referencing the keep. Oh, let's get music going. So, I'm not really sure. Okay, so a tower must go up there. Oh, no, a tower goes up there, maybe. Yeah, I think the towers go to the bastions. Alright, if these archers are just gonna stand out in the open, I'm gonna tell them to, get into a looser formation. And now all of my archers just left wherever they were to come over here. It's not exactly what I wanted them to do, but whatever. Alright, Aserai, we're taking your last coastal city. So all of your trade routes via the ocean have to go through me now. Your empire's been cut off. Oh, no, they have... They have Ascar, which is connected to the river, so never mind. They do. They still have a... They still have access to the ocean. I might have to take that from them. Sorry, I'm just admiring the wall. I like how the walls have some texture to them. Like, you get up next to them, and if you look at the, like, if you look at it long ways or down the wall, like, it has roughness to it. It's not just like a flat texture. So it's just small things like that that I appreciate. Even the light reflects off the textures. Sorry, I'm just... Things that I've been playing this game for long enough that I should appreciate already, but I can't stop appreciating the level of detail and the graphics of the game. It's a good-looking game. It's a good-looking game. Speaking of good-looking, Llewellyn's leveling up. Ouch. This is a battle that my presence is going to matter. I think we're going to win no matter what, but I would like to get a lot of kills and not just die 5 seconds into the battle. Let's try to survive. I need to live for my men. I'm gonna have my bowmen move up, but just stay spread out, but just move up a little bit. Right? They need to get better shots. Ooh, nice shot. Oh, TNX, you got downed. I'm gonna pretend like I didn't see that, but I saw it. Hey, this version of you, this reincarnation of you, TNX, needs some training up. Gotta start somewhere. Alright, as long as I can't get hit by rocks, I'm okay right here. There's not a lot of defenders at the gate. Why, oh, there's the rocks. Why are there not that many defenders at the gate? Alright, we don't want the rocks to become a huge factor for them, guys. Let's try to get out of there. Keep moving forward. I'm just telling them to physically move. Even if they're not attacking anybody, I'm just telling them to physically move out of the gatehouse. There we go. I should probably do that more often. Just have them force their way through the guys. Just, like, even if we take a few losses, just have them push their way through the gatehouse so the rocks just aren't a factor anymore, you know? Because you've seen me defend castles where us dropping rocks on the guys in the gatehouse is what decides the battle. It's what makes the difference. On top of also destroying the siege weapons before they get to their destinations. Ooh, I like this guy's weapon. It's just like a big freaking mace. It's a two-handed mace. That's cool. Asarai Barriaz just backpedaling to his death. Same with this guy. Same with this guy. When you backpedal, you lose your head. I'm gonna get back to the gate because there's more reinforcements coming. me alone. The Aserai have fallen so far. My empire has grown on the backs of the economy of the Aserai, the lives of the Aserai, the loot of the Aserai. It's just my empire has been forged on Wars of the Aserai. A lot of my land is Aserai land. Alright, I'm running out of... Alright, maybe I can outrun. Let's just get to our men. I got really lucky that I didn't get stuck right there. There we go. These are my men from the tower, so we've won our tower engagement over there. I'm basically a pincushion. I have, like, so many things in me, but I weather that pretty well. We're okay. I'm trying to get away from there. I'm trying to get over to there. Oh, that guy just died by falling. Did you see that? These are like all headshots from where I'm standing. Get out of my way. Oh, they're pushing the way up. I'm trying to remember how to kick. It's E. That's right. I want to kick somebody off the edge. Oh, Bjorn, you're still alive, still kicking. We're not done yet. They keep getting reinforcements, but we're down to the militia, it looks like. Look at this guy, just by himself. There he goes. Ooh, this guy's really tall. This heavy horseman? Whoever this heavy horseman is. Oh no, is that a Nalte? It's pretty tall. So is that guy right there. That Aserai right there who just died. Alright, all is lost. Come on, guys, give up. It's time. I mean, I admire their tenacity, but it's just down to the villagers now. And every swing now is a decapitation, basically. That's 2 decapitations? 3 decapitations? Oh, that was an arm. 4. 5. Oop, that guy might have just died because he got caught. He got stuck. I don't want to swing and risk missing. Oh. No, they got away. And check it out. If we had waited for a battle like this to try to create T-Nex or create Vapor or create Misty, it would have been really, really tough because I have this huge army gathered together. Did they get to the keep? They did. Here's the nonsense picture again. Veteran Sword Sisters, did I not dismiss all of them? Let's just rock with all the companions that are still alive. T-Nex, you got downed. And then my trusted cataphracts. Ooh. This is a cool looking throne room. I like it only because it resembles the Imperial one so much. The Imperial ones are better because they have the red accents. But they got the huge dome in the center. I like the designs on the... Like, I'm just hearing death in the background, but I'm not paying attention to the death and the chaos. Hey, who shot that? Just admiring the throne room. So yeah, definitely, I mean, the Aserai are supposed to feel Muslim and have that Muslim feel, and it succeeds. That Arab feel. Maybe I should say Arab, I don't know if I'm saying it. If I'm being politically correct, or what I should say. It just gives me the feelings of a mosque, like I'm inside a mosque. Just follow the dead bodies. I would love to explore the room, but the room is on fire. Ooh, I like the red sheets in the bed. It's a very small, like, king's quarters, like king's chamber. Five kills for Abrax, 6 for Arthur, 4 for Bjornsson, 4 for Llewellyn, 1 for Misty. Alright, that marks our victory. That also marks the end of our episode here. So let's take all the prisoners. Upgrade all the soldiers that need to be upgraded. The loot isn't that great, and plus I don't really want Aserai gear, so I'm not really here to take loot for anybody to equip them. But since I'm going to keep this, let's pillage it. We won't show mercy. My men deserve loot for their efforts. The men deserve to be paid for their efforts, so I will give them the right of pillage. And then hopefully the walls didn't go down. The walls went down. That's okay. The level 3 walls weren't able to stop me, so... I'll probably end up ending it here as well, but let's just sell everything. We didn't take any important prisoners, so there's nobody to lock up. There's already prisoners here. Alright. Let your men have some fun after the battle. Let your men have some fun, but tell them to watch their purses and stay out of fights. My party got disorganized because of that. Who cares? So that's it. No need for me to move anywhere. I can wrap this one up without having to move, but very successful episode in more ways than one. We created 2 companions. We recreated 2 of them, so Vapor and T-Nex, welcome back. Bjorn continues to amaze me with his life. How old is he now? And then Jacob, you're still alive, but you've been imprisoned. I couldn't save you, unfortunately. How old are you? You're 68. Bjorn is 84. Holy crap. Arthur's 65. I need to get better. I want to start checking ages at the end of the episode just to make everybody aware of their ages. So Abrax, you're 59. Bjornsson, young and 28. Llewellyn, young and 30. T-Nex, young and 26. Misty, young and 28. My sister-in-law. Oh, no, not my sister-in-law. My half-sister. My half-sister. So, Vapor, you should be honored that you've been You've been somehow attached to my family, even if it's just through an illegitimate line through my dad and your mom. Even if it is like an illegitimate line, it's still, it's still a connection to the royal family. And sometimes the royal families, there's scandals, bastards are born. It happened in history. One of the most famous bastards, we can all know him. What was his name? William the Bastard. William the Conqueror was a bastard, famously. So even bastards can rise to do amazing things, Vapor. But that's your backstory. My dad and your mom banged. Just one thing led to another. Maybe had too much wine, and you were born 27 years ago, and you've come to be known. You've made yourself known, Misty. So in honor of Vapor's name, Vapor, we went with Misty. Because it's a female's name, and it's a legit name. Alright, that's a real name. There are women named Misty, even though you might not come across many of them. Maybe some of them are, maybe most of them are strippers. But, hey, Misty from Pokemon. There was Misty from Pokemon. There you go. So it's real. So Misty, T-Nex, Llewellyn, Bjornson, Abrax, Arthur, Jacob, and then Bjorn. Bjorn, you're lucky. You get 2 characters walking around, but you just refuse to die. You just refuse to die, man. It's ridiculous. Look, Odin told you to enter Valhalla, and you refused to enter Valhalla. Just go to Valhalla already, man. Like your reservation is sitting there. The table is empty. You're waiting to be served. The waiters are waiting with anticipation to serve your table. So just hurry up and arrive in Valhalla and let your son pick up where you left off. Alright? So that's going to do it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. I had a lot of fun. It was different. It was a different episode. I was trying to make it a more companion-focused episode. So I hope I achieved that. So welcome back, Vapor. Welcome back, T-Nex. Let's check out the political situation. So we know the Botanians were gone. The Aserai are completely collapsing, not just because of me, but also because of the Khuzaits. The Khuzaits took Shibalzumar Castle, and they also took on Onira from the Aserai. So we have a new threat looming on, like, our eastern front with the Khuzaits. I'm a little concerned about the Western Empire, because I think Mare Nostrum deserves to have Rote and Legetta absorbed into the Empire. So at some point we're gonna have to fight the Western Empire, and they're directly on my northern flank. So, but the Aserai have been taken care of. They're pathetic now, and now that this war has reached its kind of its conclusion, if I get a peace treaty with the Aserai, it might be a good time to convince like maybe 1 or 2 Aserai lords to join my faction, so I can get some vassals, and maybe just like give away a city or give away a couple of these castles that I'm accumulating. Like we have a few of them: Tamna Castle, Tubilis Castle, Ukpa Castle. So I have lands that I can give away to Aserai, so I might consider, between the episodes, maybe sending some messages to some Aserai lords. But I think I have to be at peace first, so we'll have to deal with that first. Let's see what kind of peace agreement we can get with the Aserai. If I were to be the one to come to them for peace, it would cost me 1,700 influence, which is way too much, so I'm obviously not doing this. And I would prefer not to have to pay tribute to them, so we're just gonna have to wait for them to come to us, I guess. Just keep kicking their asses. Less damage to tier 3 plus units when troops are sent to confront the enemy? Ooh. Damage to outnumbered enemies when troops are sent to confront. So my troops do more damage when we outnumber them. Influence cost to boost army cohesion. That hasn't been a problem for us. I think elite reserves is better. I'm so glad that I went into tactics with Publius the second, because I didn't do that much with Publius the first, and I'm gonna benefit. I like how I've just been focusing on all the top perks here. I'm sorry, guys. I need to be wrapping this one up, but I'm just noticing things to do. Armor while on foot. Yep, we'll do that. And then your focus point, Llewellyn. Let's keep building into your leadership and stewardship if you're eventually going to become one of my vassals. And you're going to become one of my vassals soon because you're the oldest of my next generation of companions. You're in your 30s already. So maybe like 2 or 3, 4, something like that, 34, 35 maybe. 35 is maybe the limit. And then around that time, I'll land your son. So I think that covers everything. Thank you so much for tuning in. This was a very long ending. I apologize, but bear with me. Thank you so much for tuning in, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, hit that thumbs up button down below. Leave those likes. It helps the videos and the algorithm. Leave your comments down below. Like, I don't have any questions for any of my companions. Like, I think we're pretty much all caught up. Unless one of my companions has something that they want to say to me. Like, I'm all caught up. We're all caught up. Appreciate that. Thanks again, JCav, for giving me all that information. And thanks for that cameo in last episode's thumbnail. So that'll do it for today. I'll see you guys in episode 26. That episode will be coming at you soon. But until then, have a good one, guys.